We're back on the Morning Brew with our friend Lori McGovern from the Abruzzo International Albuquerque Balloon Museum.
Yep,
Is that all of it?
Name,
it's
yes.
a long name, but
the
it's an
Balloon
awesome
Museum
one.
For short,
right.
Yes.
It's the only one in the world like it, right?
Yes, it's world class. It really is an amazing place right here in Albuquerque.
And you brought a special guest. You brought Hope with you.
Yes, this is my daughter, Hope.
Hey.
She's 5.
And Hope is going to be riding a balloon this weekend.
Yes, because we are having a great event at the Balloon Museum this weekend, Saturday, March 21st. It's called Ballooning for All.
She's really excited about it.
We'll have about almost 10 balloons right on the lawn of the Balloon Museum that they'll inflate and give tethered rides, and it's a special invitation to those with special needs, but it's also open and free to the public. So it starts early, because ballooning starts early at 7 a.m. So
we're used to early mornings
yes,
here. That's nothing for us.
Yes, yes, so we hope to see you there. And we just really wanted to give a chance for everybody to get up close to ballooning, because it's such a great community here in Albuquerque, the ballooning community.
Right.
And one time my daughter Hope and we went to a kayaking event here in Albuquerque for those with special needs, and we were so inspired by their organization and making it possible for everybody that since I worked at the Balloon Museum, we were able to reach out to local pilots through the Quad A, it's called. It's the largest balloon pilot organization in the world, and it's right here in Albuquerque, and they really volunteered a lot of balloons. The flight school volunteered, the Civil Air
This is
Patrol.
very cool.
And then we'll also have balloons that have wheelchair accessible baskets.
Oh, that's
there.
rare. I don't think I've ever seen one before like
yes,
that.
we
So you
have,
just wheel right on in.
The
That sounds
balloon
awesome.
is called Fly the Rainbow, and there are just a few of those in the country, and we'll have one there on Saturday.
That's a rare opportunity.
Yes, and then we'll also have a special guest, Michael Glenn. He's a hot air balloon pilot, but he's paraplegic. He's in a wheelchair, and he's the world's first paraplegic pilot. So he hopes there's
That's
more.
got to be challenging, because you
Yes.
have to go through all the tests to become a pilot for that. That's awesome.
And you might have seen him fly, because he flies the baby bumblebee balloon, which
I've
is
seen
a
that one,
crowd
yeah.
favorite.
Right.
Yes. So if you look closely,
So is the
you'll see
bumblebee
his.
balloon going to be there?
I'm not sure if that one is, because he flies many balloons.
Yeah.
But you've seen him fly at Fiesta. Probably.
That's very cool. And she's really excited to go out on Saturday.
Yes.
And Saturday is a special day too, the 21st.
Yes.
What's special about Saturday?
So on Saturday, it's also World Down Syndrome Day. And that's one reason why we're having it on this date, because we're partnering with the local chapter, the Rio Grande Down Syndrome Network, to celebrate that day. So after we have our tethered rides of the balloons, we'll have a tailgate and party, and it's being sponsored by the Down Syndrome Network. And
Sounds
we're
like a
trying
plan.
to raise awareness about Down syndrome. And there'll be live music and food. And on that
Breakfast
day,
burritos?
what's that?
Breakfast burritos?
Breakfast burritos, donuts.
Like, I
yes.
can't go to the Balloon Fiesta Park without getting a breakfast
Right,
burrito or a
right,
big
right.
cup of coffee. It's not right if there's no breakfast
That's
burritos.
right. We just want to make sure people come to the Balloon Museum, because we're right next door to Balloon Fiesta
Right,
Park.
overlooking the park.
Yes,
It's such a beautiful
and we've got
spot.
easy parking. It's really fun. Yes. You want to eat those donuts too?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
She
on
loves
that-
breakfast burritos as much as all of us.
Yes. And on that day, you can wear colorful socks too. So sometimes for heart awareness, you wear a red ribbon, or autism, you wear
what's
blue. For Down Syndrome Day, you wear colorful socks, crazy
Excellent.
socks to
all about
get people asking you to
I've
wear
got my crazy socks
All
I
right,
can put
good.
on. Yeah, and this is for everybody
Yes.
to come out and see it. But you have to, if you want to get a balloon ride, you have to register beforehand and just show up and say, "Hey, I'm
just
in."
show up. Yes, we hope people will learn about crewing, and you can participate as much or as little as you can. And then based on weather and timing, the pilots will be offering tethered rides as well too. And if you take
That's
a tethered
very
ride,
cool.
you just have to sign a waiver.
Yeah.
But
And the
you can just
tethered
come
rides,
up.
they go up. I've been on a couple. They go
Yeah.
they go up higher than you even think.
Really?
You go
Okay,
up
very
because it's
good.
200 or 300 feet before you realize that you're up there.
Yes.
It's great
We'll
fun.
take good care of the folks that want to do that.
Right. At the Balloon Museum, you have always a ton of really awesome exhibits going on. And I think do you have the new one set up with the guys who did the transatlantic flight?
Yes, so it was just a really exciting couple of months at the Balloon Museum. In January, a local pilot, Troy Bradley, wanted to break several world records in a gas balloon. So he and another pilot from Russia traveled to Japan, and they launched from Japan in January, and then they flew all the way to Mexico. And it was about a 5 or 6 day flight, and they broke all the records they wanted to.
Across the Pacific. That's
across the Pacific, yes.
Mind-blowing.
Yes.
Because it was like 2 weeks in a balloon.
It was about 6 or 7 days.
That's nuts.
Yes, and
in a little tiny cramped cabin with a.
Yeah, they call it a capsule, and it's about the size of a queen bed. And we just received.
That's bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
You know?
And it about.
Bigger than my first apartment, I think.
Right, about 5 feet high, and these are two tall gentlemen, so they had to crouch in there. But the capsule just arrived at the Balloon Museum, so you can see the actual capsule
because
that
you guys had
flew there.
the
Yes.
mission control system there for a
Yes,
while. Is
yes.
that still there too?
The mission control is still there, and when that flight was happening, those people slept over at the Balloon Museum. They were there 24/7, so you can see what that looks like. And the capsule had really quite a rescue mission as well, too. The flight was very, very safe, but they did do an ocean landing, and they had to work really closely with the Mexican government and the Mexican consulate to get that capsule out of the Pacific Ocean.
And Coast Guard
back,
and everything.
Yes,
Beauty.
and
Yeah.
back to the United States and back to Albuquerque.
That's
Mayor
cool.
Barry even helped them get he saw them land in Mexico.
I
so-
love these stories. And you have that balloon there, and you've got the original, the capsule from Double Eagle?
Yes, we have 2 Double Eagle capsules there. One is called Double Eagle 2, and that flew across the Atlantic Ocean and really broke all world records, was on the front of Time Magazine and National Geographic.
Right.
And that was one of the things that really put Albuquerque on the map for ballooning, in addition to Balloon Fiesta, of course, but these really highly skilled pilots making these amazing flights.
Right.
And then the other one, Double Eagle 5, crossed the Pacific Ocean. And Troy Bradley, the pilot that just crossed the Pacific Ocean, he was very inspired by those pilots and so spent many years studying to become one of the world's best pilots today.
That's very cool. And there's a bunch of awesome exhibits there. What's your favorite one?
Oh, my favorite.
I know you get to see them every day.
Yes, yes. I do love Double Eagle 2. We have a lot of great hands-on exhibits for
the
young
little
people
ones.
to try. Yes, of learning the difference between a hot air balloon. You can push it and make it rise, and then there's a gas balloon, and you can also push that one and make it rise. And so I love the space capsule that you can go into, because ballooning was also the beginning of space as well.
That's cool. She's really excited about Saturday. So just how does someone find out a little bit more information about what's going on Saturday over there?
Sure, you could find out at the Balloon Museum website, which is, we are City of Albuquerque Balloon Museum.
cabq.gov.
That's it.
/
/balloon. And then we also have another website, balloonmuseum.com.
Okay. And then this is
Amazing.
for anybody to show up, but it is celebrating, is
Yes.
it National Down Syndrome Day?
Right, World
So,
Down Syndrome
World Down
Day.
Syndrome Day.
Yes.
I got to get my colorful socks.
Yeah, those are pretty
I've got
good,
Some,
but
these
yeah,
are just some
go
good
for it.
Argyles, but I got some colorful ones I can
Thank
put
you,
on.
that would be great.
Some that aren't covered in dog fur, I think. But we'll see you guys on Saturday morning. We'll get some breakfast burritos.
good, yes.
And you're going to go up in a balloon on Saturday morning, I hope, right? That'll be a blast.
Yay.
We'll be back in just a couple of seconds with my buddy Mike. He's got cookies from Rude Boy Cookies on the Morning Brew with Friends.